channel. Today I'm going to be drawing my sister's original character. I was really excited to do this and I thought it would be a lot of fun. So the character that I'm drawing is named Tsunade. She is 15 and goes to high school, however, she is secretly a magical girl. Of course, I thought this would be lots of fun to draw because I love magical girls and I also love drawing characters with school uniforms. Though Tsunade's school uniform is a bit of an unconventional school uniform because she has transparent sleeves. My sister said that she just kind of did what she wanted and didn't really, worry about the fact that maybe that's not common. I mean, I don't think it's illegal for a school to have transparent sleeves in the school uniform, just not common. But it makes her unique and stand out. And I also love her color scheme. I thought it'd be lots of fun to draw her, colors. So I was looking forward to this illustration. For the pose, I decided to make her, laying on the steps of a school. And that ended up being challenging because although I had a reference picture for my original on paper sketch, when I was trying to transfer it digitally, I started to get a little bit confused and wanted to look for the reference picture. However, no matter what I did, I couldn't find the picture again. I had found it on Pinterest and I scrolled a good bit, so I feel like it's just, if you use Pinterest, you would know that searching things doesn't really work and you kind of just have to click on pictures and go from that picture to get to a picture that's what you want. If you search girl sword magical cute, it will say there are no results. You just have to search magical girl and that's it, and then you'll eventually find a pose to use for reference. So anyways, long story short, I could not find the reference picture again and I had to just do what I thought looked right, basically go with my gut. I felt like her face looked a little wide and strange and I kept altering it a bit. I had wanted to make it so that her hands was kind of smushing on her cheek because I thought that would look really cute and give her a unique look. However, it's funny because my sister told me that when she draws her, she usually does make her with the type of mouth where it looks a little bit smushed, which is the type of mouth I drew her with, so I just think it's really funny. Oh, I had a bit of trouble with drawing the steps. I couldn't really figure out the perspective of them, so I just did my best and I hope it looks okay. If you don't know, my sister is a YouTuber. Her username is Dreamy Bunny. She mostly makes vlogs, but she also makes a lot of K-pop content. I guess maybe not mostly makes vlogs, it's a mixture of K-pop and vlogs, but sometimes even her vlogs will be K-pop themed. Her videos are lots of fun and you should definitely check her out. I would totally recommend it. I watch her videos myself and I think they're fun, and I'm her sister, so I already know what she's gonna do in these videos, so I think you would definitely find them fun. Me and my sister are very, very close. I feel like we are some of the closest siblings that I know. We always like to talk to each other. We do share a room, and I feel like we just kind of know everything about each other. We can look at each other and know what the other is thinking without communicating. People online a lot of times assume that we're twins. We're not, because we don't look very alike at all, and we're not twins anyway. She is my younger sister. But I feel like we kind of act like twins. We also sound very similar. People have actually thought that, my sister was talking, they thought it was me, and I was talking, they thought it was her. They kind of mix up our voices. So, yeah. I've actually been kind of busier today. I haven't recorded the audio for my video even though I normally do in the afternoon. Right now I'm doing it at evening. It's kind of night though. It's pretty late for me recording audio for a video, but it's okay as long as I get it done, so it's not really a big deal, just something to say. Working on shading for her hair was fun. I think I did pretty okay. I don't think it's incredible, but it's decent. For something random to mention, I have been trying to 100% Kirby Mass Attack. If you know, I've mentioned in some of my other videos, and I finally did it! I am so happy about it. I have this footage of me going into my file, which it has 100%, and I have all this other footage of the achievements I got. I was just so excited and happy. I have been trying really hard, and like I said, I saw people online saying that it's the hardest Kirby game to 100%, and I totally believe it because it absolutely took me ages and was so challenging, but it was all worth it in the end, and I'm just super happy. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. Like like I said before, Tsunade is just adorable. It was so fun working on like her colors and face and everything. I love the way my sister designs characters. Sometimes I want to draw them when I'm supposed to draw my own OCs. So I was happy to get to finally draw her character and, you know, kind of scratch that itch I have. I felt like the blush on her cheeks wasn't enough, so I did add some more. So I added this texture on the steps, and when I was adding the texture on the steps, I started sort of like second guessing the way that I had made the steps look. The thing is that it kind of doesn't make sense that her body is also hanging on over the step. I don't really know what I was thinking, but I decided that I had to fix it, and what I ended up having to do is make a line of the step over her body and then erase from like what shouldn't be overlapping and then add line art. It was kind of time consuming and decently annoying, but I mean, it had to be done, and it definitely made it look better and make a lot more sense, so it was worth it, though it wasn't exactly fun to go through the process of. I kept feeling like her eyes were underwhelming, so I kept adding details to them, and for the background I literally just made it like blue, because I mean, I already did the steps and I didn't really feel like I needed to do anything else. I had thought of adding some leaves like blowing in the wind or something, but I kind of got lazy and didn't end up adding those. I hope you guys will all enjoy seeing me draw this character, and let me know what type of length of videos you prefer. I kind of just do a random length. Sometimes they're like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, but this one is like 8 minutes. So like, what type of length do you prefer? Do you like them a little bit shorter or a little bit longer? I would really like to hear you guys' feedback because I won't know unless you guys tell me. I was altering some other things about her body that I felt like I hadn't done right. And also, of course, adding my watermark, as always. As usual, at the end, I'm just messing around and adding some more things. I like to try to just do random stuff with my pictures at the end to try to make them look a little bit more finished and put together. Part of me feels like it didn't turn out perfect in the way of like, I feel like her face still looks a little bit off to me, but that might just be me, and I am usually very picky with my art. I am sure that I am my own worst critic, and I bet you guys, if you are artists, probably are too, because I've heard a myth, but I think it's true, that artists are always very critical of their own art. At least I've always been that way, so I totally believe it. I made the picture a little bit more saturated and brighter because I felt like the colors looked a little bit too muted, and I think that that totally brought it together. Anyways, here we are. Here is the finished picture. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and I am going to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.